Sorry, would you like to continue where you were?
Where I am,
Or what you were talking about, I mean.
I'm telling about my interest. I like to read in my most of time, and I'm a like nature lover doing photography. I do photography amateurishly.
Mm, that's very nice.
Mm-hmm. I want to know, are you indigenous to USA?
Yes, I'm born and raised in America.
But I presume something like you are like Asia, something your origin, your parents.
Yes, I'm half Korean.
Okay, half Korean. So, about your parents, would you like to tell me something?
I guess my mom is Korean and my dad is white.
You are guessing. You are guessing.
I don't know how to explain it, so I guess.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I know. It's
I guess is more of a phrase. It's not very literal in American English.
exactly. It's amazing. That's magnificent. That's why you are so versatile.
So what?
You are versatile, like a well-versed tutor here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I want to talk about a little bit how to improve accent and pronunciation.
Okay, yeah, that'll be great. I love helping people with pronunciation and accents.
Yeah. So this one I want to do. Just a minute.
Perfect. How to improve your pronunciation. Okay, let's start with the warm up then.
Uh,
Let's have a short conversation based on these questions.
sure.
What do you find most difficult about English pronunciation?
What do I find most difficult about English pronunciation? Sometimes there are some like in our schools in our curriculum, we are teaching BRP, British Received Pronunciation, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
head over heels to American pronunciation. So I would like to learn like American pronunciation. There is a like difference also. This thing
Mm-hmm.
also plays a like little bit role for me because I have to learn transcription of like British. Cause in my exam or something like I have to put right like a British pronunciation, but I like American pronunciation. So I hope according to pronunciation, my American pronunciation is right. But like if I have to write in that like British, so it like something like different for me according to my English literature. That is one thing. And apart from that, in American English, there is sometime I see one thing like D. D plays a very important role in American English. Am I right?
Yes. And it's a very different shape too.
Yeah, and there are some time if there is a like one word and like one word like vowel are around in those words. Like there is a one word like T and E or O like both sides. So it will change something like D something. There is a will be change
Mm-hmm.
in American
Exactly.
English. It is like very common. So this thing I find really interesting. Like if you in America is heard about like if you say butter, it is little bit harsh. You have to say butter.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? It is soft.
Yes.
It is soft.
That's right. It's totally different
Mhm.
and it's a lot softer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And I took note in the tutoring notes that you want to work on American pronunciation rather than your British English. And so
Mm-hmm.
I will do my best to help you with that. We can go to the second conversation. In your opinion, what languages sound the most beautiful?
Why do you think so? According to me, for me, as English, I'm quite fascinating about English. As you know, that's why I'm learning, and I love English music. Apart from that, if you ask me, Spanish also, I really like that. That's I have taste of Spanish also. You know about
Mm,
Despacito song.
yes.
Yeah, everyone knows that one song. So I really that one song. I will choose really that one song. And in here in India, our native language is Hindi. Maybe you know about it, like Hindi language. So there are here
Uh,
are so many artists like singers here who are creating music like in Hindi language. That is also interesting for me. Also like to listen music in Hindi.
mm, that's good.
Uh,
Yeah.
do you know Korean?
Sorry, what?
Do you know
Sorry, what?
Do you know Korean language?
Yes, I do.
Oh, amazing! That's magnificent.
Thank you.
And when did you learn this language, like Korean language?
I grew up hearing it, so I've known it since I was little.
Okay, you're learning from your like childhood, beginning.
Yes,
Okay.
but I have to study it to keep it because I live in America. It's
Mm-hmm.
very easy to lose it.
Okay. Exactly. If you not use it, you could lose it easily. There is a one phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Exactly.
may you please do a compliment for me in Korean language for me? Would if you
A
like to?
compliment?
Yeah, something like interesting.
I can't think of something that would be interesting,
Mm-hmm.
but I will tell you that your English is very good. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
영어 잘 하세요.
Please repeat it again.
영어 잘 하세요.
Oh, that sounds music to my ears.
You're so sweet.
It goes from my head. Like I'm not like, what are you telling? It is completely out of my mind. I have to know. I have no any about idea about not at all about like what you tell. But I can say that is music to my ears. That is so lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Korean. I think Korean is very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
English is very pretty too, and so it's great that you're studying it.
Mm-hmm.
I think since we are at 16,
Mm-hmm.
trying to think what we should do. For pronunciation, it sounds like you are more concerned about consonants and vowels. Is that correct?
Exactly. I'm quite put focus on to tend more focus on natives speaking, like how they cut and link their word, like connected speech. I like to
Mm-hmm.
do practice also of like a single each word, write like phonetic transcription and search on Google. I also do that. So I'm trying to be ameliorate my accent and pronunciation as much as I can, and
Okay.
I record my video like I'm watching like a Modern Family web series, so like with
Mm-hmm.
subtitles. So when there is one sentence is completed, I like short my video for like 1 minute. I short my video, and after that I listen and like analyze my voice. In that way, I'm doing my
Mm-hmm.
pronunciation better. So if there is any another way, would you like to help me?
Yeah, for sure. I think in private sessions like this, you could gain a lot of
Mm-hmm.
help for that. For example, the word you just said, better. I know earlier you said butter was a hard word as well.
Mm-hmm.
That der sound can be very hard. I think if you slow down, even though your
Mm-hmm.
English is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
everyone can get
Mm-hmm.
better at pronunciation, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we need to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we can speak faster, slow down just for studying and make sure you practice individual sounds, is what I would say. Um, so in butter, for example,
Mm-hmm.
ba is easy for you, der
Mm-hmm.
is harder.
The
And so I would focus more on the sound. There's
sound.
a certain shape that you have to make with your mouth and your tongue to make a sound.
Sound. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So I notice you move your jaw a lot. Don't move your jaw too much, just er,
Er.
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 It's like pressure in here.
Er. Er. Er.
Er.
Er.
That's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep practicing that. I think the R sound is very difficult for most
Mm-hmm.
people who don't speak English. It's such an ugly sound, in my opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
it is very common in English. And so I think if you can say er very harshly,
Mm-hmm.
then it will be really easy to say it naturally. So I think that is maybe one sound that you can work on.
Mm-hmm.
Try to focus on a sound every day. So since you said that you are recording yourself and comparing it to
Mm-hmm.
the shows and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, choose one sound that, oh, that's different, and focus on that one sound at a time. I think that will be most effective. If you try
Mm-hmm.
to carry too much at one time, you're going to drop everything, I think. So just do a little bit at a time because these kinds of shapes are necessary to master to have that native pronunciation. And so maybe slow down a little bit. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else. Does that sound good?
Of course, I can completely agree with you. There is no need to say anything. Couldn't agree more with you.
Awesome.
Perfect elucidation of like pronunciation. How can we better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially because the R sound is very different between English and your accent. Because
Mm-hmm.
I notice it sounds like almost a rolled R when you say it. And
Mm-hmm.
in English, the tongue doesn't move at all, really. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't move very much during the R.
Butter,
Er.
butter,
The
butter.
R sound, can you hear me?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, the tongue doesn't move very much, but the shape is very specific.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for example, I
Mm-hmm.
think that trying to think. There is space underneath your tongue. There's a
Mm-hmm.
space, and your tongue touches the top teeth in the back, almost like a cup, like this.
Butter,
Er.
butter, butter, butter.
Instead of butter, just say okay?
Er.
Mm-hmm. So don't roll your tongue. Think about the shape. I'm trying to see if I can draw it for you.
You know, it's gonna be so hard for me. I will do practice
No,
after
it's
that.
okay.
Uh,
That is all right. I wish there was something that I could draw on. I do have a notepad here, so I can
mhm.
draw it for you. But let's see if I can find a blank page. It's kind of blank, whatever. So if this is the roof of your mouth, And you have teeth. Right? So that's the roof of your mouth. Can you see it?
Sure, of course.
And do you see the molar teeth? This is the top of your mouth. It's the top part,
Okay.
right? Your tongue, it's gonna rest back here, kind of. The back of your tongue is gonna sit here on the top. And then on a side profile,
Like how much time is left, miss?
We have until 25.
Okay. So now before that, I'm having some questions to you. I wanna ask you this question. Like, in your experience, what is the best way to practice pronunciation? Please explain your answer also.
Yes, the best way in my experience is begin with the basics. Think about kind of like ABCs. Make sure that you can say the sounds just like a child would learn in America. A, B, B. And then R. It's very natural for American children, but as soon as you can master those sounds just like the children learn, it will be a lot easier.
Exactly.
But if that is too difficult, I think what you are doing right now is perfect as well. Just make sure that you have somebody else to also listen to you, because sometimes other people can hear things that you can't hear. Sometimes.
Exactly. I can completely agree with you.
Great. I think that you're doing a great job. Don't stress too much about it. Make sure you're still enjoying it, okay?
Completely.
And have fun with it.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, it was great to meet you and work with you today.
I want to ask you one more question.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to know what is the best advice you ever get in your life?
That I've ever gotten in my life?
Exactly.
It's hard to say what the best advice is, but one advice that is the best for me right now, it applies to life in general or to people in your life. It is this. Just your love your choice.
Love your choice. Exactly, I can completely agree with you.
Yep. I enjoyed working with you today.
And in last, I forget to ask you, are you a fan of BTS, Army?
Oh, I do like BTS.
Okay. So if you have to say something about BTS, what would it be about BTS appreciation?
I hope that they take care of themselves because they're working very hard even though they're getting older.
Exactly. I am getting confused about their name something because all are looking me for like same. There is not for me like I find so like hard for me to like resemble them. Like who is that one? Like who's that one? That is hard for me.
That's okay. Well, it was good talking with you.
Exactly. You put your soul and heart into this lesson, as you mentioned. Like choose your like love, like what you do. I really admire like you put your effort in that lesson. And in future, I hope I have will have a ton of sessions with you.
Thank you so much. I've appreciated your hard work as well.
Yeah, and your effort is really remarkable. Like you are like five-star tutor.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Bye bye. See you soon. Well, have a wonderful day ahead with full abundance of colors and enjoyment.
Thank you so much.
My
Bye.
pleasure. Bye.